Good morning, Retro. I'm Ryan.
I'm Nate.
And today we're going to be talking about the Sega Genesis.
Wake up!
Alright, if you've caught one of our earlier videos, we did a video a while back on 10, well not 10, but
It was 10.
$10 and under.
$10
we did 10
and
games.
10 games under $10.
The NES.
Yeah.
We'll leave a link, that'll be down somewhere in there, but we're going to do it again this time for the Sega Genesis.
That's right.
Or the Mega Drive, depending on where you live. Prices probably will vary.
Yep.
We're looking strictly at...
And prices will vary in like 2 weeks anyways from this video, so.
So what we're going to do is we're going to each pick 3, talk about some of these games that we recommend that you can pick up currently under $10. It's a good deal. Anybody can get it at that price, right? Currently.
Yes.
So Nate, kick us off.
All right. Well, here's one that is at the bottom of the list. I'm pretty sure it's like a $3 or $4 game.
Okay.
And I'm going to mess up the title, but it is Taz in something Mars.
Really researched
I've
this.
really done my research on this. I just remember Taz in Mars. It's kind of a weird one. So it's not a typical, birthday blowout type game where you're just running in the normal kind of platformer.
Sure.
This one you get picked up by Marvin the Martian and dropped on Mars, and it is platformy, but it has a twist. It is very much like a Sonic game. So there's a lot of
Sonic how? Like speed or
Speed. So
Okay.
obviously Tasmanian Devil is fast.
He's
or
a
supposed to
speedy
be
guy.
quick. So it's Sonic-esque that way. But even when Sonic is doing the spin ball and he goes through these tubes and stuff
Sure.
like that, it's the same thing.
They ripped it off.
It looks very, very similar, and so there are times that he's just kind of bouncing out of control. The music is kind of Sega Genesis, where
A little tinny.
it's a little tinny, but visually looks really awesome. The cutscene at the very beginning is fun, and it's just a game that not a lot of people talk about. Not that it's a great game, but for
a lot of those
$4,
Looney
it's
Tune
pretty
games, I feel, were good back then.
I still like, the birthday blowout and the Castle Bugs Bunny
Illusion.
one, and Castle Illusion, all of those things. So
Yeah. So my first pick, it's going to be kind of an uncommon one. It's Marco, also known as Soccer Kid, I think on other platforms and PCs potentially. So what this is it's a side-scrolling platformer where you play as this kid, Marco. I assume his name's Marco.
hello.
Yeah, and he plays with a soccer ball. So you traverse the level, but then you get this added element to the gameplay where you get the soccer ball that just always respawns if you kick it out of shot.
Yep.
And you can use that to attack, stun enemies, hit items, and traverse your way to the end of the level. It's got a great art style, pretty solid music, and not a lot of people talk about it.
Character is kind of chunky.
Yeah, big sprites.
Yeah,
big head.
big head.
Almost bonk level big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great, and it's still cheap, loose cart, so.
Yeah, that's a fun one too.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. They're thinking outside the box,
Yeah.
where it's not, your traditional beat 'em up. You're hitting people with the soccer ball.
And the locations you go to are great. They vary level to level, and the challenge really ramps up. So
Yep.
check that one out.
So this next game gets attention. It probably gets more attention than it really deserves, but I'm going to say Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, you either have a love
Or a strong hatred.
towards this game.
Yeah.
I happen to have a love for the game. I love the music to it. I love the style of game. It's kind of that. I'm going to get destroyed with this, but I feel that it's kind of Donkey Kong underwater world-esque.
I mean, that's giving it a lot of credit.
It's giving it a lot, but
it's visually strong. I'll give you
Yes.
that. It's got a very direct art style
yeah,
and look, and it was very unique at the time.
it was.
So
Was there a sequel to that?
I'm pretty sure there was also one on the Dreamcast that then got ported to PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Which I'm a fan of the Dreamcast one. I think that's,
It's cheap because it is a love-hate,
yes.
you know,
It's also on GameCube.
situation. Really?
think so.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
All right, when we come back, we'll do the rest of our picks. 3 more coming your way.
And solar power transporter. You can build this transport pretending you're on Mars. The box shows ways to change it by snapping off the cars. You can snap them back together and get a scouting craft, or match them with the lasers for a base defender craft. You can make up something wild, supercharged and new. The sky's the limit when the team is Legoland and you. There are 19 space sets you can collect, each sold separately. The solar power transporter is part of the Legoland Space Collection and has hundreds of bricks for building. From
It's coming, and it tastes so sweet.
You'll hop when you eat.
Kellogg's Honey Smack.
Tastes so sweet. I did them. You hop when you eat.
Ding 'em.
Make it jump for joy, every girl and boy. Kellogg's Honey Smacks.
A honey sweet part of this nutritious breakfast.
Ding 'em. What are those kids up to? Tastes so sweet. You'll hop when you eat. Ding 'em.
Kellogg's Honey Smacks.
Why my mom should take me to Showbiz Pizza by Jeffrey Allen Adams. It's because I have been good at school and home, and I have not picked fights with my sister. Very much.
Hey, little brother, come and have a ball. At Showbiz Pizza, you'll be walking tall. You can laugh, be a kid, you can wet your legs. Showbiz Pizza, where a kid can be a kid.
Thanks,
All right,
Mom.
welcome back. Let's keep the list going. We got 3 to go. My next pick is going to be Pugsy. So
I don't even know this
Yeah,
game.
this is a weird one. And I think this one also has a PC background. Some computers, maybe like the Amiga. But basically, this is a side-scroller puzzle platformer sort of game. Think Dizzy maybe a little bit. Things like that. You're this Pugsy character who's this weird misshapen...
Not Pugsley.
No, Pugsy.
Okay, Pugsy.
He's a weird misshapen blob thing.
Naturally.
The level design is really cool, and it gets progressively harder and more detailed as you go. You're basically trying to traverse your way from the opening of a level to the end and exit. But there's items to collect, there's enemies to navigate around. And it's a surprisingly fun game if you're a fan of like Lemmings, if you're a fan of point and click games, things like Dizzy's Big Adventure. This is, I think, a better version of that. The graphics are good. And nobody really talks about it, but...
No, I've never heard of it. I thought it was like some Pugsley from Addams Family type game. So
that probably would have sold better if they had a character you recognized.
I just figured you had a speech impediment and you couldn't say Pugsley.
L's are hard.
Yeah, that's right.
So what's your next one?
All right, I'm going to steal yours off the list because
Okay.
it's on my list as well, and that is Mick and Mac. Mick and Mac.
All right, so I'm going to have to weave and dodge in this last one. I guess.
Mick and Mac, global gladiators. And so I'm kind of a sucker for like video games that are designated food games.
Yeah,
as well.
McDonald's games.
McDonald's games or 7-Up or, any of those. But they're surprisingly good
It's
games.
very good.
And so this is a classic platformer, Mick and Mac. You get it? McDonald's. Big Mac.
See what they did
you
there.
see what I did there?
Yeah.
And so it is very similar to, I would say, MC Kids in a way.
It's a better platform.
It's definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's one that has stayed cheap for quite some time, and it's worth adding to the collection. If you're into platforming games, good platforming games, that's one you have to add.
You know what I almost think of that game as? Is it's the 2D equivalent of like Splatoon. Because you're just running around like glob-shotting everything and like, I think that's where Nintendo got the idea. Mick and Mac. McDonald's started it all.
100%.
Yeah.
So we should start a video game history channel.
Yeah, because none of those exist on YouTube.
No, not at all. All right, what's your final pick?
So I got a couple that I could have chose between.
Because I stole yours.
You did steal the one I was going to, because I was trying to go with something that was like mostly platform specific. I'm going to go with one that I think people should check out, and that's Championship Pro-Am. So if you're an RC Pro-Am fan, it's the same game. It's just the 16-bit version of it.
I didn't know about this one either.
It's
You're
super,
pulling some, like, deep cuts.
Super cheap. Graphics look great. It does not play as well, and it is far more difficult than the NES counterpart. but it still hits that nostalgia button.
Does it have the same concept that you're going around
Yep.
picking up like engine parts and?
Yeah, it's just a souped up version of that.
Really?
And it doesn't have any of the up and down stuff that was introduced from RC Pro on 2. So
Yeah.
it's literally just like kind of a reimagining of the original for the NES.
Interesting.
I can't say that I can't say that I like it better than the RC Pro on the NES, but
on
if
the
you're a
Sega
fan,
Genesis,
yeah,
under $10.
right, if you're a fan of that game and you like it cheap on the Genesis, go for this one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was any lawsuits. Is it put out by the same?
I would have to look.
That's interesting.
So
you probably know.
Yeah, bonus one on the spot. What's the fourth?
Dang it. I'm going to cheat again. I'm going to say get the 6-pack. Get the 6-pack. It's a little bit more than $10. It's $12. But
if you divide that by 6, it's only $2 a game.
Only $2 a game. So you are dealing with Sonic is on there. There
Golden
is Vector Man.
Yep.
What are some of the other ones? Yeah, Golden Axe.
Golden Axe is on there.
Um,
Columns, maybe?
Yeah, Columns is on there. Is Streets of Rage on there too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yep.
That is the most bang for your buck.
100%.
6-pack. You know, some people shy away from multi-carts, but I mean, this one is good. It's got all of the solid games that you want on the Sega Genesis, all in one cart. You can't go wrong with that. $12 all day.
For a day.
Air Day. What do you got, Air Day?
Bonus, I do Desert Strike. I like the Strike series. Desert Strike was on everything.
Is that the same as like Jungle?
Yes, Jungle Strike is in that family too. Soviet Strike later on. But Desert Strike is my favorite. It's dirt cheap on the Genesis. It's dirt cheap everywhere.
Yep.
But I think it plays really well in that system, and that controller just works well with it. So that'd be my bonus. But yeah, let us know. What did you think of the list? What are some that you would throw in there for under $10? Give us some of your recommendations. And until next time.
You grow, girl. You